Good night, everyone. Let me know if you are seeing me clearly. Let me know if you are hearing me clearly. If you're seeing and hearing me clearly, welcome to another episode of Extra Class, episode number 172. I know that we normally stream at 5:30 on a Sunday, but some holy things, please. But we're there. You understand? Big up to the persons who have remained patient and the persons who have been engaging each other in the comment section prior to the start of the stream. Really and truly, I appreciate that. Blessing to everybody who is here. I just that everybody has been having a wonderful and blessed Sunday. I am sure by now everybody would have finished eating and ready for listen to teach about some things we have to jam down. Jam rock. Jamaica land we love. Land of Food and Water, Bob Marley, Usain Bolt, Bias Cartel, Shelly and Fraser Price, Elaine Thompson, Portia Simpson Milan, some more people. Peeps, manners and respect. Good night.
Kaboom! Teach them! Always make sure the message reach them. You know, it's Teach Them, the #1 intellectual blogging panel on the YouTube channel. Hey, yo, yellow. Like, subscribe, and don't forget to click the notification button. Hey, yo, we always up to something. Teach them. Hey, yo, yellow. Send the message and make it reach them. It's Teach Them. Right here. Warlord representing.
Yes, peeps. Good evening again. Good night. As I said, it has been a challenging week. In some instances, a very rough week. Had family emergency, serious family emergency. But despite we're still there, we have some stuff to give thanks for as well. Things are not as bad as they had seen before or as they could have been, but they are still not great. So we keep on a fight the fight. That is why I did not stream Friday night. Just mentally wasn't there, and I was on the road for a little while as well. But what they are, give thanks, peeps. You know what I think? Persons have been reaching out, wondering what happened to the stream Friday night, if we're not streaming today and stuff. But you know, sometimes I have to take care of business and fix some things and them something there. And separate and apart from that, there's life outside of the channel. You know what I mean? So I just saw the thing go more time. I know a lot of things has been happening. Many of the things that persons would be expecting that I would be addressing, I have not gotten a chance to do so because one, there was work commitment and then family commitments. You know anything? But we're there, peeps. Big up on yourself. Yeah, that's what I mean. I said, the people in the building, you know, we shout out the people at the end of the stream. But if you're here for the first time, welcome. Really and truly appreciate your continued support. So I suppose that one of the biggest news items coming out today is that the government, the Security Council, would have declared a state of public emergency for St. Andrew South. And on the screen you're seeing the four wise men. The Prime Minister Andrew Holness, Chief of Defense Rocky Mead, the Police Commissioner Major General Anthony Anderson, and the Minister of National Security Dr. Horace Chang. So the Prime Minister was away for a couple of days, as a matter of fact. And these pictures were taken immediately after his arrival in the country on, I think, Friday or Saturday evening. So you can imagine that those plans would have been well in advance when he got back. So they would have declared a state of public emergency. So the Prime Minister and Jones today announced that a state of emergency has been declared in the police division of St. Andrew South. Holness said he advised the Governor General on the recommendation given to him by the head of the security forces. Zane? In the St. Andrew South, the main cause of death is caused by gangs. Holness said this morning with Police Commissioner Major General Anthony Anderson, the Chief of Defense Staff, Lieutenant General Rocky Mead, also Horace Chang was there. Holness made the announcement at the office of the Prime Minister in St. Andrew. I mean, there's no guessing for that. So from January 1 to June 29 this year, there was 94 murders in the St. Andrew South Police Division, up from 79 for the corresponding period last year. So violence is at an epidemic proportion in Jamaica, and the main cause of deaths is gangs, guns, and guns, Allness said. So currently, there is a state of emergency in effect in Westmoreland, Hanover, and St. James. So in January, a year-long state of public emergency expired in St. James. And only last week, Montego Bay Mayor Homer Davis called for another, saying people were living in fear with murders up to almost 50% over the similar period. So there's a triple state of emergency, or a tri-state public emergency in Western Jamaica. And thing. For the person who is asking me about the situation down at GP, I would have done one video on that. That is the information I have. I have no more information. So if you have not yet seen that video, you can go look at it. But if you have seen that video, I cannot provide you with any more information at this point in time, my friend. Sorry about that. Zane, so you know, I know some persons are not the biggest fans of a state of emergency. But the reality that we face is that in this time, it is one of the tools that are available. And the reality is that even on the face of it, there has been some improvement in areas where SOEs would have been declared. You understand? I mean, you have to creep before you can walk, don't? I suppose that's one of the thing. So the state of emergency will be in the area confined by the black lines here. All the yellow area would fall in that. So starting on the foot of Red Hills, at the intersection of Perkins Boulevard, Mullines Road, and Red Hills Road, extending in a southeasterly direction along Mullines Road, Seaward Drive, Mimosa Road, Allo Avenue, Bay Farm Road, Newark Avenue, Elm Crescent, Keysing Avenue, Agley Park Road, O'Mara Road, and Chisholm Avenue to the point of intersection with Maxfield Avenue. Yeah? South, extending in a southwesterly direction from the intersection of Chisholm Avenue and Maxfield Avenue, along Maxfield Avenue onto East Avenue to the coastline in the vicinity of Petrojam, and extending along the said coastline in the vicinity of the Kingston Container Terminal to the Portmore Causeway Bridge. West, continuing in a northwesterly direction from the Portmore Causeway Bridge along the Fresh River, the shared parish border of St. Andrew and St. Catherine west of Riverton, and extending into the vicinity of the westernmost end of Belvedere to Ferry Secondary Road. I will if I hear that. North, extending in an easterly direction from Belvedere to Ferry Road to the foot of Red Hills and the intersection of Perkins Boulevard, Mullines Road, Red Hills Road, and which is the start point. I'm tired. Zane? So that is the geographical area that the SOE will encompass. I know that some persons will be complaining so that they will be placed at an inconvenience. Some people will say they love it and are willing to be patient. Personally, I don't have an issue with being stopped and at checkpoints and stuff. I don't have anything I do. See, you know, sometimes it's a bit inconvenient, but the reality is that you have to give up something to get something. But that is just how I see it. See, I am certain that things sometimes have to get worse before they get better. I am certain, though, that based on the past and the present SOEs, there will be some form of containment of murders. If anything, a SOE don't say that all murders will stop. See, a SOE is a chance for the security force to be present in an area, to remain present in an area. Normally, it is declared for 14 days, and as such, you can rest assured that the Prime Minister will go to Parliament seeking the assistance of the opposition for an extension. Normally, an extension is usually in and around 3 months. So we see how it go and what have you. Many persons are still calling for an SOE or some form of security measures to be established in East Kingston. You know that is a really and truly rough place at this point in time. Persons have been clamoring for an SOE or zones of special operation to be declared in Clarendon, especially around Maypen and its environs. We'll see how that go. At the press conference today, the Prime Minister said that plans are in place and the team is looking at how best with the resources available that they can address the situation in Clarendon. We're seeing a situation where another soldier was murdered in Clarendon today, but we'll talk about that in a few. So that is the situation at the moment, peeps. Another SOE. Take from it what you will. Zane, I know the People's National Party will come and ask you a crime plan and say that's not a crime plan. I don't really know what the security hierarchy, the Defense Council or the Security Council, as they say, is planning. I do not know what their vision is. I don't know what they have in place going forward. All I know is that we're in a bad state. Jamaica lies third in the region with the highest murder rate. I think Honduras is leading with about 46 per 100,000. I think following Honduras is El Salvador with about 43 per 100,000, and comes Jamaica, land we love, land of food and water. But Marley, Usain Bolt, Vice Cartel and some more people with about 41 murders for every 100,000 people in this population. That is criminal. You understand what I say? And we cannot continue like this. We cannot continue without treating the situation. We did not get here overnight, and it cannot be fixed overnight. But the reality is that it will take every single law-abiding Jamaican citizen to assist in the fight to win back the country. You understand? We sit down many a times and we complain and we ask, what is the government doing? But what are we doing? You understand what I say? Zane, the regional average per 100,000 is about 16. So we double that. We almost triple that. You understand what I say? Zane, we almost triple the regional average. Brocardi, good evening, Empress. Really and truly appreciate the support. Thank you so much for your thoughtfulness and your generosity. Blessings, Empress. Zane, the regional average is 16 per 100,000. And we're about 41. You understand what I say? It would have taken a long time for us to reach here. And the reality, the sad reality, is that it will take us a long time to have this thing contained to begin with. You understand what I say? So, boy, I'm gonna know. It thinks that way. Sharm Lally, thanks so much, Empress. Really and truly appreciate the generosity. Hope all is well. Trivia and Spike, brother. I deal with you. Man has a respect every time and for everything in a bro. You know what I mean? Really and truly appreciate it. You see me? So that are the situation, them good things the peeps. We'll watch and see, and hopefully some guns can be recovered, some ammunition can be recovered, and some wanted men can be recovered, and some gangs dismantled. At the press conference, they said that about 21 gangs are operating in the St. Andrew South area. The St. Andrew South area is not even a parish by itself, and we have over 21 gangs in operation. You understand? And boy, and then I don't know what to the man them peeps. Like, what the man them hope to achieve by walking around, killing themselves, killing them one another, killing innocent people, then running up and down from the police force. Like, make no sense. I can't see through that. You understand what I say? But to each his own answer. You understand? Every man decide their own destiny, as them say. So, I go watch and see. These two youngsters on the screen would have been reported missing along with their mother for a few days now. So Portmore mother and two children missing since Monday. That's a long time. That's a week now. So the Portmore police are seeking the public's assistance in finding a mother and their two children who have been reported missing since Monday. So missing are 27-year-old Chantel Scott and her children, 6-year-old Akeem Rose and 2-year-old Amelia Rose. They are of Partridge Helsha Park in Portmore, St. Catherine. Scott, I don't have a picture of her, but it says that she's of dark complexion, medium build, and is about 5 feet 3 inches tall. And Akeem is of brown complexion, slim build, and is about 3 feet 6 inches tall. So that is the 6-year-old. And Amelia now, she is of dark complexion and slim build. So reports from the Portmore police are that Scott and their children were last seen at home at about 7:30 on the morning of July the 1st. So that would have been Monday, as I said, wearing a red and white dress. And the children's mode of dress at this point in time, or at the point of their disappearance, is unknown. The police say all efforts to contact them have proven futile. And they're asking anyone knowing the whereabouts of Chantel Scott, Akeem Rose, and Amelia Rose is being asked to contact the Portmore Police at 876-949-8422, the Police 119 emergency number, or the nearest police station. So we hope that the mother and the two kids are okay. Hopefully them just, take with themselves for a little while and go and chillax, hang out and them something, and everybody alright. A situation where everybody now alright. I would have gotten a picture, but I'm not sure if this was the young lady in question. So I did not use the picture. But information is that a female teen lived long enough to name her attackers. So the Senton police, let me fix this. The Senton police, have taken 3 men into custody in relation to the stabbing of a female teenager in the rural community of Woodstock in the parish on Tuesday. So the teen succumbed to her injuries in hospital 2 days later. See, I think it is a teen, I'm going to say I can bring up her picture. I never, because somebody sent it to me and I've not, hold on, kind of close to the, probably peak, look while. I'm plugging in a little thing here, so peeps. And them something there. See if I can bring up that picture, yeah, because as good as it. Me a minute. Not now. Give me a minute. Think it's this young lady here. Not now either. Come on. Close that. Yeah, peeps. Just a minute. Just a minute. Alright, so this is the young lady. This is the picture I received. As I said, I am going out on a limb and I am going to say that this is the young lady in question. So the Senton police have taken 3 men into custody in relation to the stabbing of a female teenager in the rural community of Woodstock in the parish on Tuesday. So the teen succumbed to her injuries in hospital 2 days later. Yeah. The deceased woman has been identified as 18-year-old Tara K. Moncrief, otherwise called TC, of Woodstock in the parish. So reports are that on Tuesday, July the 2nd, a farmer who was on his way to his field found Moncrief lying in bushes. It is alleged that she was stabbed several times and her throat was partially slashed by her attackers. Moncrief was assisted to hospital where she underwent treatment but died on Thursday, the police reported. Sources disclosed that prior to her death, she named her attackers, with the suspects being subsequently picked up by the police for questioning. Among those arrested was a man with whom the deceased is believed to have once had an intimate relationship. Police investigations are continuing into the development. Ah boy. As we say, God is good even on a bad day, though. I suppose they felt that a dead woman tells no tale, because I am sure that they were assuming that she would have died. She was stabbed multiple times and her throat slashed. The person who actually sent the picture to me also said that based on the information that they have, they even removed one of her breasts. I am not sure how true that is. Then the police are suggesting that one of the 3 men who was named was an ex-boyfriend of Miss Moncrief. You understand? So the man them, I don't know. Ruth Daly say 18-year-old, what she could have done for both men to do one woman like that. 3 of them, 3 men arrested in the Empress. So, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, so peeps, we good old friend, Altaman Campbell, OC Parro. I not even did realize that Parro was actually arrested. Or he was charged. Yeah? But information is suggesting that his bail was extended when he appeared in court recently. And we know the situation. We know that former superintendent of police, Altaman Campbell, was stopped by a police constable somewhere on Mullines Road one of them time. And one little thing go on and him, the constable pepper spray him and some, yeah, so me I say, there was a follow-up article where Parro decides he might consider whether or not he might go file a lawsuit against the government and them something there. You understand? And all manner of crap. You understand? I would have stated my views on this situation from the get-go, and I stand firm in that belief. I think the constable was jumpy, but I also think that a retired police officer, senior police officer when he was active, should have been able to have addressed that situation better, and it should not have reached there. So the retired policeman who was pepper sprayed last month had his bail extended when he appeared in the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court recently. I think he went to court on Friday or Thursday, one of them 2 days. So retired Superintendent Altamont Campbell, OC Parro, and probably did Parro, was pepper sprayed after he disobeyed a constable's directive to exit his vehicle to be arrested during a traffic stop on Mullines Road in St. Andrew in June. When the matter was mentioned in court, Campbell, who was charged, listen, I think he was slapped with 5 charges. Campbell, who was charged with careless driving, 1, driving without a seatbelt, 2, disobeying a constable's command, 3, no insurance, 4, and resisting arrest, 5, had his bail extended after the prosecution withdrew the resisting arrest charge against him. So 4 charges in under now because they have withdrawn the resisting arrest charge. So the other charges were subsequently transferred to the traffic court, where Campbell is scheduled to appear on the 30th of July. Queen Kai, how are you, Empress? Haven't seen you in a while. Hope all is well. So meanwhile, his co-accused, I don't understand the party now. Muriel Chambers, who is said to be the owner of the vehicle, is charged with driving without a license and aiding and abetting Chambers. That person is also scheduled to appear in the traffic court. So I don't know how that person got in. Apparently the vehicle that Parro was driving was not his vehicle. Me get that. Zane? But how come now the man charged Muriel Chambers for driving without a license when a Parro did drive the vehicle? So I don't know how that part they come true still. Both accused were represented by attorney at law Bianca Samuels, and for the persons who do not know, Bianca Samuels is the daughter of the great Bert Samuels. Well, I call him great. He's a wonderful attorney. I can't take that from him. You understand? So, that's the situation with Parro. Should have done an individual video on this. Maybe me still do it, but I don't know, because I'm kind of on a look at holiday now. So, you know what I mean? We have some time for make up, because the numbers on the channel has taken a massive hit as a result of the incidents this week that I have been dealing with, school related, work related, and family related and things. So you know anything about I just part and parcel of the thing. We will put in the work and get back the numbers up and running and them something. You understand why these policemen can be charged when they misbehave, but these politicians just get to resign or take leave of absence? That's a good question, Miss Vidal. I wish I could have answered it. You understand? I wish I could answer it. See? Because it's a good question. I believe you. And the reality though, Miss Vidal, we have to take things as they come. It is good that police officers, past and present, are being made to face the consequences of their actions when they run afoul of the law. You understand? There have been times in the past when that wasn't always the case, and we have to take the things in small strides. Hopefully one day we'll become mature enough as a nation. We'll become intolerant enough as a nation where a politician, the moment they break the law, are placed in front of the courts and the courts decide their fate. Yeah, so hopefully one day in our lifetime we will become mature enough as a nation to see that happening. So let's see. I listened to the Prime Minister during his press conference today, and he made mention that they are aware of the fact that police officers are complicit with criminals. Also, politicians are being complicit. And he's saying that the police situation is being dealt with, and he hope, I don't know why it's a hope, that one day politicians will also face the same courts where regular Jamaicans with flat belly and who drive regular car and not pajeros, you understand, face, if you get to me. So I could say it go. See? But you know, politicians are politicians, and them say the things that them think the people them want to hear. Richie General, Richie, you know, say one of the viewers linked me to one of the subscribers, so them want your link for design something for them. I never get round to it, brother. Yeah, so me I say, I know you're busy too, but I'm gonna send it on. See? And thing. So, you know what thing go? From one man Parro to one man was sick. I go find him. I don't know that brother. And peeps, you know, funny enough, this brother, I have been furnished with some pictures and the name of this brother. This is the man who was going around apparently smelling panties in Portmore. He is believed to be the serial rapist that was plaguing women in Portmore. I don't know if I still have that video on this phone, but let me search. You understand? I have a little thing for telling them about. So I've been, yeah man, I have it. So I've been given pictures and names and his name and thing. He's still in police custody. But I have decided not to pull the trigger on the video as yet because I need confirmation. The name would have been released by the police. You understand? But then no, but still not 100% sure. You know how we do our thing. You understand what I say? We try to make sure so the thing right first. Because at the end of the day, people we are dealing with and people's reputation is the most important thing you will ever own. Your reputation. You understand? And we don't want to be the person who mistakenly tarnish a person's reputation. Because I wouldn't want nobody do that to me. You understand? But this umbrella, you know, panty man, panty thief, he would have been arrested by the police. He has been charged, but he has not been charged with any crimes of a sexual nature. Well, not yet anyways. So panty man, suspected Portmore serial rapist, charged, but not for sex offenses. Yeah, so I even that right there, so. You understand? And well, I am assuming because this is video, but then now when we look at that video here, I am not entirely sure if the man in this video is the man in the pictures that we have. So that's a part of the reason why I'm not do nothing more yet with the story. But me I watch and see. You understand? Panty teeth. Yeah, but I eat two panties there. So the man who was held in relation to a series of rapes. See? As a matter of fact, I will go further and say that the pictures are the picture that I shared earlier. I'm going to say I can go back to it and I'll come back to this. This picture here is very close to the pictures that I have of this man. Reports are that he is a gym instructor. I understand, very well built and full of tattoo and them things. You feel what I say? And thing based on the pictures that I have. The brother, panty teacher, when I say, you know, you understand, where I jump over people all at tea party, him look like a taller, slimmer man. You understand? Him just probably the range. You see? And thing. Yeah, two different body build for true riches. So that is why I'm not really too move on it because I'm not sure. You understand? Queen Kai, so that is a kind of fetish. That's a kind of madness embrace. You understand what I say? So you know, the man who was held in relation to a series of rapes in Portmore, St. Catherine, Zane has been slapped with a number of charges, but all are unrelated to sexual offenses. Zane, so I would have used this video in relation to the story before, but I am probably conceding now that this may not be the man who would have been responsible for the number of rapes reported in Portmore recently. This man is just a panty eater. You understand? So he has been identified as Chadane Harris, 27-year-old, who was held in a large, who was held in Portmore, St. Catherine, after there were multiple reports of a series of rape incidents over a period of several months. However, he has so far been charged with wounding with intent, burglary, and larceny, after he was reportedly pointed out on an identification parade last Saturday. Harris is accused of the May 8th housebreaking and robbery in which he reportedly forced his way into the home of a female and attacked and stabbed her multiple times before robbing the dwelling. So, in relation to the rape reports, the police now are awaiting the results of DNA testing before, where applicable, laying additional charges against Harris. So, I am monitoring that development. I might try to contact some people, and if it is positive, then I might do a follow-up video, because as I said, I have some resources in relation to the alleged serial rapist. I really don't think it's this man. He's probably good as a rape. And the thing about it, to you peeps, since Chadane Harris have been arrested, I have heard no reports of rapes in Portmore or in the news for that matter. So unless the real man, if I'm a real man, them have all orders, because he might try, you know what I mean, tricky crowd. But it would appear that they have the right man, and if such, I will do a follow-up video one of them time. And you know the sad thing about the peeps, if it's the right man, as I said, the man is a gym instructor. You understand what I say? And you don't want to really admire males like that. But the reality is that if it is this man, if you got a prison for the rest of your life, because this man, based on things where women normally like, he don't have no problem for getting a woman. You understand? You see me I say? So, I don't know if him thing is, him not want it willingly, him want take it by force, we are take it by force. You understand? Teats, stop with the video now. Shape me. Oh, no, just through other screen I'm with the pan. You understand? You don't want to see man I eat panty, brother. Alright, I will change it. Generous, I will change it. See? Teach the real man probably a hide. This, you know, so I actually feel like the police have a real man still. You understand? Because based on his build as well, based on the pictures that I have, you understand, it would explain the fact why he would be able to overpower the woman so easily. Because he's a big brother. You understand what I say? You understand? So I don't know. Make me watch it and see. So I give it a little time, and then I probably try to see if there is something that I can do as a follow-up. Or I just probably wait till the police them charge him for some more things. You see it? And them something there. So yeah, peeps, Panty, man. We have some serious things to talk about now even. We say Zebra style James Bond. Girl want me picture for frame. It's all about that avenue. It's all about that lane. Enough girl me and them just call up my name. When I the burning suddenly not the falling rain. First girl, make you chichi like a tree. Yo, Rupert, blouse and skirt. Peace, me have some serious stuff if we talk about it. We just kind of cruising now even. You understand? Just a listen to the news. So many deaths. Man, them just a kill. So, and so many road fatalities. If I know one thing, the next thing I cause a girl, if we not kill ourselves with guns and knives, so we kill ourselves by the road. Yeah, we don't love life. You understand what I say? Queen Kai say she not trust them Babylon boy there. But I understand the thing, Empress. You understand? I understand it's sentiments read that still. But then all of them stay so still. Some of them not too bad. You understand? Some of them not too bad, but some of them, I don't know. Cop accused of stealing $95,000 during raid arrested. So a policeman is now behind bars after he was reportedly found in possession of $95,000 believed to be stolen from premises in Lacovia, St. Elizabeth on Thursday. Squaddy finger fearing. The St. Elizabeth police report that about 4 a.m. on Thursday, they went to apprehend a man for whom an arrest warrant was issued at the New Alley Lane in Lacovia. During the operation, the accused man's house was searched and he was apprehended. About 300 pounds of ganja was seized and the cash went missing. When the operation ended, the cop was searched by a police sergeant and the cash was reportedly found hidden in his bulletproof vest. The man try to use it to see if he believe it. You understand what I say? Where is Zebra now? Lisa Lynn says, Zebra, they are prison, man. You understand? Teacher hear about the police will kick down, well, lick down the boy and kill him Friday. Yeah, man. I know a story, man. We soon get around to that. Zane, so one sergeant search squaddy, you know the name of the constable involved has not been released. So constable see people their money and get ready eye and try our fight. You understand? Good as losing job for $95,000, you know. You see? So a man them a roll star. Can't study them. Yes, sir. Shall we there now? Authorizing there. You know, recently I would have done a video in relation to a situation where prisoners out by GP, General Penitentiary, are complaining against the treatment being meted out to them in the facility. And we know that in the past, other penal institutions would have had similar cases and thing. And we see, you know, I mute this because you know Zane, since I did that video, the video did very well actually. Zane, and I took a little while to do that video. As a matter of fact, the person who had reached out to me to do that video probably got upset and getting at them feelings as people tend to do, because people feel like from them link teach and say teach, I have some info when I do a video, I just go run go do the video. There are a number of reasons why I cannot do a video every time the same time. One, I have to corroborate and verify the information. That's one. Secondly, I don't do YouTube full time. So it simply means that I am a working man. And as such, sometimes it takes a little time. And thirdly, the importance of some people place on a particular thing, me not always place the importance on the particular thing there. Because for some people it might be a big story for them, but for me it is not. You understand, but people are not understanding and people will take it personal till they reach some point where people even probably want to like them and disrespect you. But we don't really play that still. You understand? So you have to just remain patient more time and the thing take a little while. See, so I did the video in my own time when I had some information and the video did well. People do it before me, but that don't concern me. You understand what I say? Because I just some man thing that. You understand? Me not desperate like that, brother, for some views and some likes and a couple AdSense dollar. You see, and we try to be professional and we try to get it right. See, so yes, you might have an agenda and objective, but then I have a brand to protect. I have a brand with me a build. So me I go always take my time. So if that not work for you, then you just move on to something else or someone else. It's a simple thing. No hard feelings tonight from me anyways. See, so I say all of that for say I did that video.
Some kind of thing there. But they are trying to it against and
I did that video. I'm gonna fix something up. Yeah. And you would have watched it. For the persons who have not watched it, you can probably check it out. Maybe I like the views too. You understand? And thing. So to say, you know, Horizon inmate dead. And we're talking about the Horizon Remand Center on Spanish Town Road. Correctional officer hospitalized. Yeah? So an inmate at the Horizon Adult Remand Center in Kingston is dead, and a correctional officer seriously injured after a reported violent clash at the facility on Wednesday. The deceased inmate has been identified as 44-year-old Devon Brooks. The Denham Town Police reported that on Monday afternoon, Brooks and a number of other men on remand at the facility attacked the warder and stabbed him multiple times with a makeshift knife. In the process, the correctional officer reportedly defended himself with his button, and delivered blows to Brooks' body, including hitting him on his head. Both men were later taken to hospital, where Brooks was pronounced dead and the correctional officer was admitted for treatment. The police are now probing the incident. Interesting situation. Interesting development, I suppose. Sad, really and truly it's sad, Zane. Because for no say, you basically, they are remand, probably await trial or them something, and you decide to be a hero. And I don't know. I don't know what is the situation with the inmates and the warder, because the reality is that some of the warders they're not professional. Some of the warders treat or deal with the inmates in ways that are not professional. And we're not suggesting that it is right for an inmate to take it upon themselves to attack a warder or gang a warder. Zane, what we are saying is that in some cases, some correctional officers need to be retrained. It's a simple thing. Yeah, understand what I say? So, that is the sad situation. Yeah, just now, Gaza Girl asked me about a particular situation. I am actually closer to that situation than I would have probably sounded like just now. Seeing, I'm gonna forget this to me thing. So, hold on the piece. I'm gonna try a thing. So, boom. Send it back myself. Yeah, I'm gonna say, me get it up now. So, a situation now where a teenager was killed, unfortunately, by a police officer on the road. I'm gonna say, I can't find it. Give me a little bit of peeps. Yeah, there was some, yeah. Sometimes them things take a little while. I'm gonna say, I can share this together. So, boom. Yeah, man. So, this is the little general here, so. I'm gonna say, I can, yeah, boom. So, this is the youngster. So, a 13-year-old was killed in a crash, and a police officer is now in custody. A police constable is in custody after a 13-year-old boy was killed in a motor vehicle crash in St. Catherine. I think the crash would have occurred Friday, I think. The teen has been identified as Tyrese Williams of Clifton District in Portmore, St. Catherine. And the policeman's identity has not been released. So reports are that the constable was driving his private motor vehicle along the Bernard Lodge main road shortly after 11 p.m. when Tyrese was hit. He was taken to hospital where he died while undergoing treatment, and the constable was subsequently arrested. So the police corporate communications unit says a case file is being prepared and will be submitted to the Director of Public Prosecutions for a ruling. So reports are that another motorist would have stopped to allow Tyrese to cross the road when the police officer would have came around and hit the youngster while he was crossing the road. This child is actually a student at my place of work. Never taught him, but it is a youngster that I would have seen around. He was in grade 7, would have been going to grade 8 this year. By all accounts, he was a decent young man. Apparently, he did not attend school as often as he probably should have because he is normally sick. He normally complains of his belly hurting him and sometimes he's out. But for the persons who teach him or taught him, who I've spoken to, said that normally if he's out for a while, he's normally able to catch up very quickly and is very polite and mannerable. So there is no, I can imagine what his parents are going through. I have not taken the opportunity to reach out to anybody in the family as yet, but I definitely will do so. And I'm gonna know. See, and this is my thing. And as a driver, I always say this. If I am driving and somebody in front of me stop, it must be a reason why somebody in front of me stop. Yeah? It must be a reason why someone in front of me stop. People don't just drive and stop, so. So if the driver in front of me stop, it must be a reason. So my suggestion is that you either slow down to or you stop. See? So let's see what DPP ruling is. It is really unfortunate, really. We have a young life that is lost now. And the possibility is that this police officer is a good man. And then now he might be facing manslaughter charges. Nobody wants that, really. I don't want that. I don't know who would want that. You understand? We have a little boy who lived no life. You understand? Who his parents would have been robbed of him, his family, his friends. See, and so we don't want that. You understand? So it really and truly sad, whichever way you look at it. This young man could have become anything. The police officer could have become anything. You understand? So we don't know. And what will happen now? So one life is lost and one life is probably going to be messed up forever. That's the sad reality we are facing here. All we simply need to do is slow down on the road. You understand what I say? The reality is that from your driving, things will happen. But sometimes we can reduce the likelihood of things happening by just slowing down. By just being a little bit more observant. A car is not going to just stop in the middle of the road for no reason. So if a car stop, something will go on. Slow down the man. So, I could say, condolences to the friends, family members of young Tyrese Williams, 13-year-old grade 7 student going to grade 8. Sad, really. Yeah, son. Sad. Ah, boy. Yeah. Westmoreland man booked for submachine gun seizure. Yeah, so a team of officers assigned to the Westmoreland Police Division seized a submachine gun and arrested and charged a man in relation to the seizure in Burnt Savannah, Froome in the parish on Sunday, June the 30th. It's been a little while, but I just get the story, so I'm not sure. I want more gun at half a street. Yeah, and that's what I say. So in custody is Fidel Williams, otherwise called Bobby Fee, of Bamboo Walk, Westmoreland. So reports from the Savannah Lamar police are at about 4 a.m. Lawmen were in the area when a premises occupied by Williams was searched. So during the search, a 2000 Kel-Tec submachine rifle with a magazine containing 18 9mm rounds of ammunition was reportedly found. Williams was subsequently arrested and charged with illegal possession of firearm and ammunition. His court date is to be announced. Ah, boy. Constant Spring police find firearm in the gully. The Constant Spring police is reporting that they recovered a 40 caliber Smith & Wesson pistol and 11 40 caliber rounds of ammunition in a gully during an operation on Monday, July the 1st in St. Andrew. Williams again. What is 4 ink KTV. Well, I need to look on that. Zane. So according to the Constabulary's Corporate Communications Unit, lawmen during an operation about 3:45 p.m. saw a group of men flee a house and head towards a gully. The firearm was later found in the gully after the area was thoroughly searched. No arrest was made in connection with the find. The man them run like a shoes family. Barefooty man them run up and down, you know. You understand? Ah, boy. Man's body found with gunshot wound in Highgate, St. Mary. Some man believed to have been shot was found dead along the Termolsworth Main Road in Newtown, Highgate, St. Mary on Tuesday morning. So the police are yet to identify the deceased, who was found clad in a white t-shirt and red shorts. So according to reports, at about 5:30 a.m., residents stumbled upon the body and summoned the police. On their arrival, the police found the body with a gunshot wound to the head, and the body was later taken to the morgue for a post-mortem examination to be conducted. Meanwhile, some residents of the area said the man was not from the community. See? I is for Inky TV. Okay, fabulous. See a word. See? Meanwhile, yeah, someone said the man not hail from the community as per what the residents have said. So the police said their probe into the incident is ongoing. You understand? And I was still there at St. Mary, but this time it's not a shooting. So let me fix that thing. Cop among 3 nursing chop wounds in St. Mary. So a police corporal assigned to the St. Mary division is among 3 people who have been hospitalized following a series of machete attacks, allegedly by a mentally ill man in Port Maria yesterday. So according to the Constabulary's Corporate Communications Unit, about 11 a.m., a man believed to be mentally ill attacked a businessman and another mentally ill person, inflicting several chop wounds to their bodies. The police corporal, who the CCU said intervened and sought assistance for the injured individuals to be taken to hospital, was also chopped multiple times. It is further reported that the attacker then barricaded himself in a house, chopping an ailing elderly man inside. The police made several attempts to rescue the ailing man, and during the rescue operation, the mentally challenged man attacked the lawman and was shot and injured, reported the CCU. He has since been hospitalized, and the police officer and the 2 other injured people remain in hospital. The elderly man was not armed. Reports are that the policeman was chopped in his face, on his shoulder, in his back, on his leg, multiple times. I don't know. Set away. Yeah, pity said the policeman name just but then they have a years in the come and go investigate or sort of crap, you know. You understand? But never mind. We hope that all the persons injured will recover soon and the policeman will be okay. You understand? Police officers don't really get no love in this country. So peeps, on screen I have a picture with 3 policemen. The 2 over the corner standing there, 2 pictures is of the same man. The one there right behind me is of Alan Oswald, and the other one with the rifle stock. I just say call it. No. He's not a gunman like that. On his shoulder is Sergeant Gabriel. He would have been shot and killed in Mandeville in January. The gentleman behind me right there, so Alan Oswald, he would have been shot about 2 weeks ago in Clarendon. And this gentleman over here, so with the food in him hand and the gun in him hand, would have been shot and killed this morning at his own birthday party. So, a 3rd member of the Jamaica Defence Force has lost his life to violence since the start of the year. I would have done a video and said story, teach what is going on in Jamaica, Miss Arlene Smith. It is so sad. Crime and violence on the rise. Crime and violence has been on the rise for a long time in the Empress. I really don't know what is going on. All I know, if I was to select one word to collectively describe it all, it would be madness. Yeah? Like, I don't know what to tell you other than that. You understand? So a member of the Jamaica Defence Force, I said I did a video on this earlier. If you haven't seen it yet, please go watch it. See? A member of the Jamaica Defence Force was brutally shot and killed by unknown assailant on Sunday morning, July the 7th in Clarendon. Sorry guys. So it was the second fatal shooting of a JDF soldier within weeks in the parish of Clarendon, which has been facing crime left, right and centre. Zane, all soldiers teach in Clarendon. Go again, Finar. I don't understand what you say. So it has been reported that 46-year-old Private Paul Lindsay, so that is a gentleman now standing in the corner over here, so with the food and the rifle. So Paul Lindsay, 46, is also called Barry. He is from the 3GR regiment up by Upper Camp. He's also of the 4 parts. Just a minute, guys. Yes, sis. I'm streaming. I'm going to start streaming late. I say I just start streaming in a year. I start 7 o'clock. Yeah, 9. I know that. The people might wait for me still. Is what you call for. Your food is bad still. Yeah, man. Yeah, man, you're bad. A Royal General on here. Yeah, that man love you, you know. You didn't for coming on the stream. Teach them you're right about this stuff. I say in the yard. Oh, yeah, they're all up. Alright, look more. Yeah, peeps. I'm my sister that. Keita Scott. I'm sorry about that. So you know, Paul Lindsay, he is of a 4 parts Clarendon Park address. Was shot at the end of his birthday party celebration in the toll gate area of the parish approximately 3:10 a.m. by a lone gunman. May I have a look at question I want to ask. You know, I probably need to interview somebody up by Upper Camp. Because I have a few questions I want to ask. It is alleged that the assailant emerged from nearby bushes, wearing dark clothing, shouting expletives at the soldier before opening fire at him. He was hit 8 times in the upper body and is teach what kind of food. You know, a piece of sliced fish and some brown stew pork and some salad and some things and some carrot juice and some things. Zane murder in Clarendon and Old Harbour today, this evening respectively. I don't know about the Old Harbour situation yet, Kevin, but I guess at the Clarendon situation yet, I probably just know. Zane, so you know. So he was hit about 8 times. He was rushed to hospital where he was pronounced dead approximately 5:44 a.m. Reports unconfirmed are suggesting that his licensed firearm was removed from his body by the gunman after the shooting. Zane, a second one, was also shot and injured in this morning's incident, but the nature of his injury is not known at this time. Teach how Clarendon can get a state of emergency yet though. You know, so the last time them did I say is resource constraints because SOE were declared in 3 parishes, St. James, Westmoreland and Nova. You had a zone of special operation in Mount Salem, you had a zone of special operation in Denham Town. But then the same question me ask, because if you can declare SOE in South St. Andrew, how come you never declare in a Clarendon? So me don't know what I go on family. Did I miss the Ruel Reid housekeeper story? No, I'm not reach to say yet, bud. You understand? So it is a good question. It is really and truly a good question. I do not know why Clarendon has not been addressed yet, Zane. But them did I say, okay, Queen Kai, really and truly appreciate the support, Empress. And take care and be safe until next time, alright? And thing, ASP, it's a more fire, me I pray Pokemon. Zane, so, but brilliant question, really. And it's a question that any well-thinking Jamaican would ask. Because Clarendon has been on the brink of civil war for a long time now. and they keep on saying it is resource constraint. One of the thing, Zane, Cookie Mama say veggie stew will promote. One of the thing with Clarendon is, and I know I'm a listen to people where they don't think me I listen to them, you know. Zane, is Clarendon run by the JLP or PNP? I think there's a mixture of political representation in Clarendon. Zane, because you'd have Azan to the side there over there, so Frank Field and Spalding on them side there. That are PNP, you'd have Mike Henry down there, so Maypen and Effortville and Farm and them place there. You'd have Roddy Spencer, I think, would then be like down at Portland Cottage and Rocky Point around there. So it's a mixture. I think there's probably, I cannot definitively say, but off at the top of my head, I can count 2 JLP MP and 1 PNP MP. So I'm not sure though, I'm not sure. One of the things that they're saying, so them probably know more about it than me. It must say probably there's a balance. I don't know the numbers or the divide. But one of the thing that as I say, I normally listen to people and them think nobody else listen to them, you know. I would have heard the Commissioner of Police and the Minister of National Security stated in relation to Clarendon that Clarendon is very difficult to police. You understand? The terrain and the geography of Clarendon makes it difficult to police. The fact that there's so much vegetation and dense vegetation in Clarendon makes it difficult to police. So I do not know if that is one of the constraints or limitation as it relates to them declaring a SOE. However, listening to the Prime Minister today, he was asked the exact same question, and he would have suggested that plans are in place to address the Clarendon situation, and the reporter would have asked for time, but he must say, might as well we just tell the criminals them when we are come. So the reporter conceded and say, alright, Mr. Prime Minister, I understand what you say. So I can watch and see. We know that the residents in Clarendon, especially in Maypen, Farm, Effortville, all of them places there, Yorktown recently, and them places there, cry out, haze, don't veer there, be a nonsense. Saying all useless politicians need to get the vote. Well, I guess then majority are Jamaican politicians. Clarendon was a predominantly JLP from way back, but it gets shaped down a bit for the past 20 years. Okay, alright. I want to know it, you know. That's why you should use the army. Yeah, but you see there now, Danny, that is the next thing. The army don't have enough manpower for man 3 parishes, St. James, Westmoreland and Nova, Zane, to man Denham Town, to man Mount Salem, to man South St. Andrew, to man other places, because there's police presence now in East Kingston, military presence in East Kingston, there's military presence in other places. So you have to understand that the manpower that the JDF have is not sufficient to really and truly spread right across. Zane, the JDF come up short every year in its recruitment drive, and them something there. So it is something that is going to take some time. It is something that we have to be patient about. I mean, I know so we want the results now, but we have to also understand the situation as it exists and understand that it's going to take a little time sometime. You know what I mean? Because it's not just wave a magic wand now and get all of the soldiers we need. It take a little while sometime, family. So I can watch it and see it go, because I know people need results, and people need to be able to feel a little bit safer in the country where them born and grow and all of them something there. But I suppose a time deal with all things. So as I was saying earlier now, the soldier, Zane, was at his birthday party. Zane, close to the end of the party, one man walked out of bush dressed in dark clothing and showed some expletives at him. And the man pulled a weapon and shot him some 8 times. Unconfirmed reports, I said, are suggesting that this man, the shooter, would have relieved the military man of his licensed firearm. You understand? Of his licensed firearm. And my question is this. If me as a soldier, there somewhere and me have my licensed firearm, and one man come out of bush dressed up in a dark clothes and attack me verbally, then would it not mean then I would have assume a greater state of alertness, Zane, and probably be better able to defend myself in a situation like that. Because to be shot 8 times with a licensed firearm, and based on all reports, the soldier did not release a round in response to that, then that is something when me curious about. You understand what me I say? I mean, the soldier now go just brandish him licensed firearm because the man a cuss bad word, because he would be better trained than that. Zane, but it means it's supposed to be big funeral then, man, because you alone can't just go down to soldier. You know, so you're trained. You understand what me I say? So, I don't know. I don't understand why the situation read that. Zane, back in the days, man just normally have a fear for soldiers and a whole. But some of the soldiers them to kind of lay themselves careless. As a soldier, you have to understand, say, you then go places and people see you and people then know certain things. So you have to be careful. You understand what I say? Or did he take evasive action? I don't know enough for that the next thing still. You understand? But to be shot 8 times in the torso, upper body, leg, I'm probably frightened. But then, boy, if you just dead so you have a license weapon and you don't use it, then I don't know. I don't know. I suppose the situation, I can't sit here and say anything because whenever I'm in a situation it's still, but I don't know. It's sad though. Zane, I know I have a look at working theory. I know something I can say out in a public out loud yet, but I kind of monitor the local soldier situation in a Clarendon based on some other things that I would have seen in recent times in Clarendon involving men who appear to look like persons with military training. So I have a look at theory, I look at conspiracy thing and go on in my head. Well, it have stayed in my head for the time being because I can't really say it out loud, but me I watch and see. Seeing? Me I watch and see. So you know, this comes less than 2 weeks after another soldier was shot and killed, fingernail and one cut, and 2 other persons injured when gunmen carried out an attack near Maypen in Clarendon. So that person we are talking about now is this hombre here, so right, I want to see my cursor, but right behind me here, so so he was shot and killed. 2 other men were injured near Maypen in Clarendon on Sunday, June the 23rd. The deceased was identified as 25-year-old private of the JDF, Alan Oswald. Hold on. Let me get up this. I think they leave their weapons on the base. Nah, man. We not talk them service weapons, man. We are talk licensed firearm now. Karine Ferran. Many law enforcers, police and soldiers have a licensed firearm. See, so we're not talking about the government issued weapon. We're talking about a licensed weapon. Yeah? And things. So you know, so reports in that incident are that about 8 p.m. Oswald went to the Woodside community to visit family members. After the visit, it is reported that he went to a garage. And while there, men drove up on a motorcycle, pulled guns and opened fire. Oswald and 2 other persons at the garage were shot several times. Zane, they were rushed to the hospital where Oswald was pronounced dead and others were treated for their injuries. And these latest incidents follow the January shooting in which another JDF soldier was shot and killed by a gunman in Mandeville. He was identified as 34-year-old Sergeant Gabe Reid. So reports are that the military man, who is part owner of a car mart in Mandeville, was at his business establishment when he was approached and chased by a group of men. Several explosions were heard shortly after and the police were called to the area and a search conducted, during which the soldier was found in nearby bushes suffering from gunshot wounds. Reid was taken to the Mandeville Regional Hospital and later transferred to another medical institution where he succumbed to his injuries. The police keep and care to carry. Yeah, man. Some police officers carry home the government issued pistol and ever fast, but some don't, because some of them own weapon. You understand what I say? And thing. Zane. So some are able to carry home the government pistol. Some decide to carry it home with them, while some man have them own licensed pistol. So you don't know a thing go. I just the reality we face is a dangerous environment we live in and them something there. And thing. So you don't know a thing go. Shall we there now? Yeah. So 3 soldiers that in a quick time, 1 in Mandeville, 2 in Clarendon. As me I say, I kinda have a look at thing in my head where it have a stay there right now and thing and them something there. See? So you know a thing go. I teach them about the Guinea Tree Ice and these soldiers that are being bumped off. As I say, brother, I make it stay in my head. Remember, there was videos, CCTV video of a paramilitary group, men dressed in army fatigue terrorizing North Clarendon. Well, stalking communities in North Clarendon, and then the whole Maypen Guinea Tree situation where those men obviously got some form of training and thing. So, Zane, I'm Richie right now with us. We don't even identify them, we just block them. You understand what I say? Because someone will call himself dude who can't be up nothing good. You understand? That's a shitty name, brother. Yes, a bit. So, but I don't know. Things that are way. Soldiers, we don't need to be a little bit more alert. We don't need a layman like me for telling you that neither. Because you're not supposed to know that. Saying, I don't know the streets, how the streets stay. You understand what I say? So you have to understand, say, you don't know a thing go. That you say, Richie, well, like we say, I go still. See? So, peeps, dispute at bar leaves Saint Ann man dead. How many times have we heard this? How many times have we seen this? Yeah, the Royal General, man. As me say, it just in my head, I'm going to make it stay so. Cause you know what I think. You understand what I say? A man is to be questioned in relation to the stabbing death of another man during a dispute at a bar in Prairie St. Anne on the weekend. Yeah? That would have been last weekend, I suppose. Saying the deceased has been identified as 20-year-old Chevon Atkinson of Prairie. Police reports are that on Saturday, June 29, at about 1:20 p.m., Atkinson was at the bar when an argument developed between him and another man. The dispute escalated to a point where the man reportedly used a knife to stab Atkinson several times. The police were alerted and the injured man was assisted to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. His reported attacker was taken into police custody. His identity is being withheld pending further investigation, the police indicated. Bar, the man them getting a star. Bar, go stall. You understand? That is always a possibility. There have been so many stories that I would have covered where men go a bar, go sell them a drink and one of them dead and one go in a prison. Then me not understand. Pearly Simpsons, they need to stay away from the devil's soup. Yo, boy, we don't do it. Yo, boy, man, them need to sort out themselves. Please remember the last time I streamed, which was about last week, Monday or Tuesday. I spoke about a situation in St. Mary where the police are saying they're having a difficult time addressing the domestic violence situation. As many a times, persons change their mind and get soft and them don't want to proceed and all sort of things. And many of the domestic violence cases continue to occur in St. Mary, especially ones involving police officers. Immediately after I finished that stream, I would have came across an article and I laughed at me and said, whoa, look, now this was a talk about. Cousins clash ends with fatality in St. Mary. It's a Roman idiots no mix. Just 2 days after the St. Mary police expressed concerns about the number of reported cases of domestic violence, we spoke about that. You understand? A man is in police custody for allegedly stabbing his cousin to death in Hamilton Mountain in the parish last Saturday. The deceased man has been identified as 27-year-old O'Neill Simpson, a security guard of Hamilton Mountain. It is reported that sometime after 10 a.m., Simpson and his cousin were engaged in an argument. The dispute escalated to the point where Simpson reportedly used a machete to slap his cousin, who in turn used a knife to stab him. The police were summoned and the injured man was assisted to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. The alleged perpetrator was arrested by the police but is yet to be charged in relation to the incident. And last Thursday, head of the St. Mary Police, Superintendent Bobette Morgan Simpson, expressed concern that 48 cases of domestic violence was reported in the parish since January. She said her office were having difficulties in making arrests in some of the cases, as reported victims are often unwilling to turn over medical reports or have had changes of heart towards their aggressor. See? So, yeah, we don't know what's going on with the man there, sir. The man them just dark. The man them just dark, family. You understand? Man them just dark. I think me I go stream one day in the week to you, and I need to tell you that because I have some more of other things that I now get to address tonight. But more address one day in the week. I'm not sure. Probably Wednesday. I'm not sure. 100%. We'll see how it go. You understand? The article here long. I'm not read the article yet, so this will be my first time interacting with the article. So we'll see how it go. Chedwin Park cops return to court on October the 15th. Yeah? Hold on a piece. I'm going to balance a little thing here, sir. Because someone feel like someone pop out this. Boom. Boom. Get this right in front of me, sir. No nonsense. Boy, I don't know Thomas Gregory. I couldn't tell you how come so much of the military man them a drop out. You understand me I say? Auntie. If I'm sure it's not a hit on them, we can't be sure about nothing right now in a family. You understand me? I say we can't be sure about nothing right now. So we just have to go and just take it as it is and see what the police them uncover. You know what I mean? It's daily, so Wednesday. That would probably be the most likely day for true Empress, but we're not sure yet. So you know, as I said, I haven't read this article before, but I figure say something where people would be curious about, so we'll talk about it. Police corporals Ramon Scott and Kirk Fraser, who are charged with murder, manslaughter, shooting with intent, 3 counts each of illegal possession of firearms and illegal possession of ammunition, following an incident in Chedwin Park, St. Catherine in April, are expected back in court on October the 15th. The date was set Thursday when the matter was mentioned, and the defense informed the court that 4 documents were still outstanding. Both officers were arrested following the shooting death of Sheldon Jr. Biggs Daly and the death in a car crash of Kevron Burrell. Police Corporal Rohan Williams was also killed during the crash. Scott, Williams and Fraser were allegedly being chased by an off-duty police officer following the fatal shooting of Daly at a dance in Chedwin Park, when they reportedly crashed into another vehicle at the intersection of Job Lane and Brunswick Avenue, killing Burrell. Zane? Williams was also found dead inside the vehicle, while Scott was taken into custody by the police. Fraser, who had fled the scene, later surrendered to the police in the presence of his attorney, Valerie Nita Robertson. So, Director of Public Prosecutions, Paula Llewellyn, said that the Cybercrime Forensic Unit report was expected to be completed in a month's time, while the post-mortem report for Williams was expected to be completed in 2 weeks. Meanwhile, the DNA report for the firearm that was recovered and a swab result from the hand of Daly are expected to be completed within 6 and 4 weeks respectively. So attorney representing Scott Altiagrand complained about the level of communication from the Jamaica Defence Force headquarters, JDF. Remember that they were keeping Ramon Scott at JDF. He has since been transferred though. And blah blah blah. So they might go back to court October the 15th. So I suppose they would have been remanded. So make we see it go. Make we see it go. Make we see how it go. So you know peeps. Night a come. So I could get into some of the things that want to come around here for here. And them something there. So you know, CMU. The Caribbean Maritime University. You understand what I say? And thing. As the cartoonist would have renamed it. Cesspool Maritime University. I could talk about some things where I go and read or something there now. You understand what I say? Remember, there was initially one helper involved in this whole investigation in relation to former Minister of Education, Ruel Reid. It has since been revealed that there was obviously another helper involved. Yeah? Parliament's Public Administration and Appropriations Committee, PAAC, heard that a second household helper assigned to former Education Minister Ruel Reid was a recipient of contracts from the Caribbean Maritime University, raising more questions about the operations at the institution. Another helper. The committee heard that Maureen Blake, while still being paid by the Ministry of Education, was contracted by the CMU to provide services along with counsellor for the Brownstone Division, Kim Brown Lawrence, and the Saint Ann Company. I would have done videos for a couple of these stories. There's one more that I think I will do tonight. Simo! What go on, brother? Zane, it look like you used to work for Ruel Reid. As we talk about Ruel Reid, me see you pop up, brother. What go on? You're good, sir. He was very big. He might need multiple helpers. A helper for upstairs, a helper for downstairs. You understand? Right now, you good as need a yard boy. Teach, the question was why was he at the JDF holding cell? As far as the information that I have, they said that he was placed there for his safety. I think he was transferred from the Tamarind Farm prison to JDF on the request of the Commissioner of Police. He was being held in isolation. The concerns that the lawyers also expressed is that another person was placed in his cell, and their belief is that he was placed there to try to get Ramon Scott to speak about the case. So a whole heap of little things. The watcher, brother, what go on? And thing. So you know.
Sorry, what device?
No.
Sorry, I didn't find a device named No.
Alexa, stop. Like some woman in real life, you know. Zane Ruel Reid has successfully killed Professor Pinnock's illustrious career. Well, we soon get to that in a moment. Watch out now. So, Ruel Reid now decides say he wants some more helper. Remember now, already linked to the CMU was another of Reid's helpers, Doreen Miller. Miss Miller would have done an interview with the Gleaner. I would really like to talk to Miss Doreen Miller, you know. If anybody know Miss Doreen Miller, tell her I would like to talk to her. Zane, anting. So, Miss Doreen Miller would have done an interview with the Jamaica Cleaner today. We're going to share it soon. Zane, I probably do an individual video upon that. To a whole heap of topic me have to cover in summer. Summer go hot. You have to take bad things with jokes there. Watch it now. Let me take this for an talk. I will break it a couple of times. The committee heard that Maureen Blake, which is the new helper, the second helper number few, while still being paid by the Ministry of Education, was contracted by the CMU, which is the Caribbean Maritime University, to provide services along with counsel for the Brownstone Division, Kim Brown Lawrence. Remember, the Brownstone Division now would fall in the St. and Southwestern constituency that Ruel Reid became caretaker for after the caretaker, Othniel Lawrence, was given a $5 million a year contract at the same Caribbean Maritime University. I open up for all of that because sometimes it confuse me too. You understand? So I open and get all of what I just say. Kim Brown, counsel for Brownstone Division. Brownstone Division would fall in the St. and Southwestern constituency where Ruel Reid became caretaker for after Othniel Lawrence said him not leave his seat but him get a $5 million a year contract over CMU to aid at-risk youth where him no really have no qualification for do that. But I don't believe that qualification is only on paper. Expertise is only on paper. But it's after him get the $5 million contract there, Ruel Reid became caretaker. Now, one of the counsel from said constituency where Ruel Reid is caretaking was obviously in the thing too. We can move on. So Kim Brown Lawrence of the Brownstone Division and the St. Ann Company. The St. Ann Company name Optimum. Never mind. Already linked to the CMU was another of Reid's helpers. How many helpers Mr. Reid have? Zane, who was set, her name is Doreen Miller. I will soon talk about Miss Doreen Miller quick and fast. Zane, Dancehall Mojo Music Review. Are you saying that Private Paul Lindsay is a family member, my friend? Zane, already linked to the CMU was another of Reid's helpers, Doreen Miller, who was said to have received millions after payments by the CMU made to a consultant, Gail Dunwell Campbell. I'm supposed to have Gail picture somewhere boy place stay. Gail is a nice girl. You understand? Yeah, I mean, you can't go around that. So I don't know. Why I not have that picture here? So, boom. Alright. So this nice lady over here saying in the corner, very nice lady. You understand? She's a consultant that Ruel Reid. No, not Ruel Reid. My condolences, Dancehall Mojo. I would have discussed that situation a couple of minutes ago. Really and truly sad. You see me? And boy, I don't know what else to say. Just go on whole strain and hopefully the family can find some strength in each other and them something there. You see me? And some solace from the fact that Mr. Lindsay would have served this country and he would have been a productive member of the Jamaican society. Yeah? So you know, Doreen Miller is this lady here, so right here, so between this man and Ruel Reid here, so too. Because nobody hide her face, because everybody can find her. She up on Facebook. See? And thing. Watch you now. Doreen Miller, who was said to have received millions, was whole helper, you know, after payments by the Caribbean Maritime University made to consultant Gail Dunwell, which is this lovely lady here. I like looking at this lady. She is very easy on the eyes, you know what I mean? Attractive lady like. So you know, were diverted to her. Why was a consultant diverting money to Ruel Reid's helper? Oh, sorry if you hear about that in a Dancehall Mojo. I say a word. You understand? And peeps, Dancehall Mojo is the cousin of the JDF soldier who was killed this morning. So you know we can show some love and wish him, you know, all the strength and them something. I don't even know if it's right, you know. Yeah, then I brought it so like a love triangle. Yo, so you know, the PAAC, after them a jail the brother, you know, seeing when they press Fritz Pinnock, which is the CMU president, which is this bald man over there, so Zane, on the issue and on the operations of a program through which the institution targeted at-risk youth. Zane, he said that the Caribbean Maritime University had partnered with a St. Ann-based company, Optimum, to deliver the program, while the university provided nutritional support, the curriculum, and the certification. Optimum actually did the arrangements, but the CMU paid for the caterers, Pinnock said. But I could stick a little point again. Where is Optimum based? Optimum is a St. Ann based company. No, you don't see the conflict of interest here. So remember, Sir Ruel Reid became. You talk about the soldier that died already. But Daniel, yeah man, but 5-10 minutes ago in a family. See? And that N. Harris, that is the same question we asked because she would have done an interview we will share soon, you know. Watch you know, peeps. The company is from St. Ann. The same St. Ann where Ruel Reid became caretaker for a St. Ann constituency. You understand what I say? So there are so many different conflicts of interest here, so. Why? So I could keep on moving on. Zane, Permanent Secretary Dr. Grace McLean said that while she did not have all the details, there was a Maureen Blake who was employed by the ministry as Reid's helper. And this Miss Maureen Blake different from Miss Doreen Clark, you know. She was unable to say whether the helper was engaged up until the point of Reid's resignation from the ministry in March. Phillips said, off note, and he was being grilled by Michael Phillips. Off note is a Baltree Investment Company Limited. Baltree Investment Company Limited was incorporated 1 month after the last general election, with Reid listed as a director, along with former Monroe College schoolmate Balford Peart. Soon talking about Balford Peart. Balford Peart is the brother with one red circle around him head. Zane, Balford Peart, Caroline Foster, and Sharon Thomas Reid. I am assuming that is Mr. Reid's wife. Big up yourself, Miss Sharon. You understand? They were all listed as directors. But here the problem with this now. At a previous PAAC sitting, Peart was linked to a 674, which is Balford Peart, the man of the red circle, was linked to a $674,930 CMU payment towards a board party hosted in Ruel Reid's honor. Zane, you follow me? My understanding based on how that go is him say him did raise some money for the CMU, and the CMU was supposed to pay him some money and something, and the CMU now, because the CMU owe Balford Peart money, which is a member of Ruel Reid Company, Baltree Investment Limited, because now they must say him do some work. I don't want to confuse it. This is so what. Him do some work for CMU. This is the man at the circle. And the CMU did owe him some money. So CMU now went ahead and paid the $600,000 to keep the party Zane, because this man said, use the money where you owe me to keep a party for the general. Basically, that's something like that. Yeah, so it might be not as straightforward as that, but as something like that. You understand? Questions have previously been raised about the contract with Othniel Lawrence, which is the man of the green shirt right here, so you kind of hide, but you can't hide, you know. You understand? A former member of parliament for a St. Ann Northwestern, me keep on as a Southwestern, but a Northwestern. This man was the MP one time, JLP MP, then he become the caretaker, can't lose, because Dayton Campbell, Motamasi Dayton Campbell, is now the MP for the PNP over there. He was the caretaker. Him did want to run again. Them tell him say them want to see it. Him say him not left. He can't then got a quote. But then now, after I get one contract over CMU for target some at-risk youth for $5 million a year, he leave it and say it was a good time to leave. Then Ruel Reid get it. Then say time jump, but time no fool. You understand? So you know, questions have previously been raised about the contract with Othniel Lawrence. Yeah, man, there with the smile in the corner there, so. A former member of parliament for St. Ann Northwestern, you feel like me attack Lord. Zane, who was engaged and paid millions to provide services for at-risk youth. To date, his expertise in the area has not been proven. You understand? Yeah, man, them different family. Yeah, man, them different, yo. I'll tell the lie, the man, them different. I need one picture. Let me go find you now. I'm supposed to can't find it around, so. Zane, give me a minute there, peeps. So, you know, that a one story. So, Ruel Reid, second helper come to light. I wonder if him have more. No, Fritz Pinnock, who is the president of the University of Maritime Institute, like, Zane, Hartley Burrell, blessings in our family. He has been saying recently, he's been intimidated and by the FID, Financial Investigative Division, because FID has said they want some documents and Fritz Pinnock now give them it and one whole heap of something. Zane, I'm not going to say this publicly and now. I'm not going to say this yet. But the reality that is facing Fritz Pinnock is that Fritz Pinnock should have resigned. A long time ago in Bethlehem, so the Holy Bible say, Fritz Pinnock should have tendered his resignation. Not as a sign of being complicit or a sign of guilt, but for the fact that as the president of the CMU, the man responsible for the operations of the institution's reputation has been placed under the microscope and is in disrepute now. And as the leader, I would suggest that Fritz Pinnock would have walked away and allowed whatever investigation is being conducted to be conducted quick and fast. But him saying now do that. What he has done, however, he has taken leave of absence and made corruption investigation at the CMU. So you know, basically, let me say me can find a letter. Yeah man, me have a letter right around it. We have things in the man. We run things are run way. Anything we do it have it done properly. In a letter on Friday, released by the CMU, the Caribbean Maritime University, the headline says CMU president takes voluntary leave. The CMU president should have tendered his resignation. That is the reality. Yes, and in some countries, you would have been fired a long time ago. So this is what the release stated. The Caribbean Maritime University, CMU, has announced that its president, Professor Fritz Pinnock, has opted to take a leave of absence in light of the ongoing investigation of the former Minister of Education, Youth and Information, the ministry and the university. Pinnock stated in a letter to the University Council chairman that, in the interest of all, I have elected to go on 6 weeks of voluntary leave, effective today, July the 5th, which was Friday, 2019. This will allow the various investigations in progress time to conclude their findings and recommendations. But I am left to wonder if Mr. Fritz Pinnock had bought himself some time and fix up some documents that needed fixing up before him taking voluntary 6-week leave. I am just asking. You know, I'm not really sensibly, so I'm just ask these things. Professor Pinnock believes that while the investigations are important, the related issues should not overshadow the integrity of the CMU, and as such him shouldn't resign, the work of its management and staff, and most importantly, the reputation of the university and the students it serves. As a result, for greater transparency and for the university to continue pursuing its vision to be the maritime university of choice for global leaders, he believes that this is the right thing to do at this time. I don't believe so. He have to resign. He adds that the CMU is a great asset, and it would be selfish of me to continue allowing folks to destroy what so many have worked to build. But Mr. Pinnock, sir, is who really destroying CMU that so many people have taken time to build. That's a rhetorical question, Sylvie Boss. We know he's a professor now. He's a brilliant man. You need to answer. You understand? He adds that the CMU is a great asset. And it would be selfish of me to continue. I read that already, but I guess we have to read it again. CMU as a brand is secure and will continue growing. My suspicion, though, is without Mr. Pinnock. But me see. The CMU is the first specialized university in Jamaica with a mission to redefine maritime excellence through innovation and technology. So that is what the letter say. So basically, the man gone for 6 weeks vacation here, sir. Is that me a so me see? I don't know who else see it, so, but it's so me see. Zane, there is, hold on, so Ms. Edda Foreman is saying there is no other president who will be able to do Professor Pinnock's work. I encourage all to read his bio. Miss Edda Foreman, I couldn't agree with that. You understand? There's always somebody else, Empress. There is always somebody else. That is why we have movement. Nothing remain steady forever. There's somebody who is as qualified, probably even more qualified, probably even more experienced. You understand? Probably have even more vision than Mr. Pinnock. You see? And I have no doubts that Mr. Pinnock was probably a good man one time. I have no doubts that Mr. Pinnock was probably just brought into a situation. Zane, but the reality is the reality. And Mr. Owen James tweet this morning say, why do bad things have happened to good people in relation to Fritz Pinnock? So by all accounts, Mr. Pinnock is a good man, was a good man. So I'm not sure. But me just work with based on what me see now. You understand, Miss Foreman? So it sounds like you have some knowledge of Mr. Pinnock. Probably you would have probably interacted with him. Probably even went to Maritime. Probably you work with him somewhere. I do not have that luxury. You understand? And what I'm saying is that he might have been a good man, or he might be a good man. Seeing, but right now all the thing looking at, okay, Miss Foreman, I understand. Right now all the thing look, he want to look away. It's not a good way. They understand? And was Mr. Pinnock the initiator of this thing? I highly doubt it. But was Mr. Pinnock involved in some untoward thing? Based on the things that are being stated and shared, then it looks up. You understand? And you know what I mean? The man is innocent until proven guilty. But me just analyze the information available to me. And from the layman perspective, Zane, you don't want to look like you don't want to look good. If you understand what I say, something I don't really know. But Empress, when you say nobody else can carry on the word, that is not true. Believe me, there's always somebody else. You understand? Zane? So that is basically saying that the thing just stopped with Mr. Pinnock and there's nobody else to do. I can't agree with that. There are many, many brilliant Jamaicans out here. Many, and overseas for that matter. Zane, with the vision, you understand, with the competence, with the skill set, capable of running any educational institution in this country. So that would be a slight against qualified Jamaicans here. You understand? So I don't know. So I can't agree with that. I understand what you're saying. I not beat you up, mommy. But I just say I not agree with that. You understand? Yeah. So I don't know. Who is Mr. Pinnock? The man in the green shirt? No, the man in the red tie with the mic. The one in the green shirt is Othniel Lawrence. He was former MP for St. Ann Northwestern, JLP MP and caretaker, the same constituency where Ruel Reid get after this man became an advisor to Mr. Pinnock to deal with at risk. That's some whole heap of things that go on. You understand what I say? Some whole, yo, when I really sit down and look upon that something here, Petrojam not have nothing upon it. You understand? And Petrojam is the mother of all scandal. Petrojam is the parent of all scandal, the mother and father, the extended family, grandmother and grandfather, everybody, cousin and them things. And right now, this is run Petrojam at. Because every day something else come out. You understand? I do so it thing go. So you know, peeps, night a come. So that's how Fritz Pinnock upon. Him say him take 6 weeks leave voluntarily. that sound like a 6 weeks vacation. Because I am sure he's been paid, CMU. So I don't know. Him say him allow the investigation. See, the CMU even carry the FID go court, trying to block them from getting hold of certain documents, So let us not lose sight of that, See, the Caribbean Maritime University brought the Financial Investigation Division to court, saying they are harassing them, and they would have given them 90% of the documents that they want, but the FID said they want the next 10, because in order to carry out a full and fair investigation, they needed the documents. So why is it the CMU trying to block investigation if they had nothing to hide? That is my simple question. I could be wrong. You understand? Because if me not have nothing to hide, I'm going to give you everything. It's just so me think about it still. I don't know. You understand? I don't know. Alright. So the good lady, Miss Doreen Miller now, the first helper. Zine, and as me say, I have held back a long time without sharing Miss Miller's photo. But Miss Miller have on a Facebook page and he say she work at Jamaica College. So they not hide nothing. Yeah, so I say, boom, so alright, let's go at it. Enough is enough. And I don't have nothing against Miss Miller. I don't know Miss Miller. As a matter of fact, I would like to sit down and talk to Miss Miller as one of her grandson, like. You understand? Auntie. Hendricks, alright, I'm reach this. Teach, Mr. Pinnock is a great visionary, but hands had been tied up due to involvement with dirty politician. Reid/Green. When you say green, you mean like Floyd Green? Let me understand. Because me kind of look with admiration for Floyd Green as a youth and me think of potential. So if Floyd, I get mixed up with that thing for early. But me know, You understand? To get prominence to the school, which has now flipped on their heads. And as I said, Hendricks, I have no doubts that Mr. Pinnock meant well and was a good man, or is a good man, but something go wrong somewhere along the line. You understand? And if something go somewhere wrong along the pipeline, either it's going to leak or it's going to bung up or something going to happen. You understand? Yeah, because you don't know what have to pass, you have to go there. So is it that I leak out, that I get contaminated, somebody or thief somewhere, you know what I mean? Alright, but she have a heart attack, kiss me teeth. Junior now by Miss Doreen Miller story, you know say. Alright, peeps. So we're going to share the last story. No, I have one more story after that. Because I need to go run a petro jam, Run a petro scam before I left. Because, you know what I mean? Ruel Reid's helper speaks. But now I talk helper 2. I talk helper 1. You understand? Because this man have a lot of helpers. See, I take out all this out of me. Because it hurt me here, so but that's why I talk so loud. She says she was directed, I still at all loud, done, to open bank account for education ministry's use, but declares innocence. She says the scandal is now affecting her health and family. Paulie PC said trouble did it. Ruel Reid was a huge mistake. He should have never been given the ministry. It's a big disappointment. You know the thing where hurt me about Ruel Reid, Miss Edda Foreman? This man came across as the paragon of virtue. You understand? With one arrogance where me never like see before, no politician as bad as politicians have been in this country, You understand what I say? For a man who is a career educator to deal with some teachers like them on nobody, then you know what I mean? Like what a fall from grace is like 100-meter race. Oh boy. Moving on. Grooving on. The woman who has been identified as a household helper for Ruel Reid, the discarded education minister, me say Miss Pastor, you understand? At the epicenter. You don't know what epicenter is? The epicenter is the point of the earthquake above the focal point. So the focal point is where the energy of the earthquake is generated from. That is normally under the Earth's crust, along some form of fault line or weakness. So the point directly above the focus is also called the hypocenter. On the surface is the epicenter. That is the point that feels the greatest impact of the earthquake. Maybe I have to go and look at geolessons. Moving on now. Zane, the discarded education minister, at the epicenter of a wide-ranging criminal investigation. He claimed she was naively, as she claimed, you understand, has claimed that she was naively enmeshed, really nice, in bank transaction involving millions of dollars to which family members of Reid had access. Like access financial, I know the company them lend money. Yeah, so nobody try to borrow no money unless they are using a business. Yeah, it's a local financial advice. Mr. Poor youth to try and make it, but we know a local thing. You understand? Alright. The transactions are believed to be central to a probe being led by the Financial Investigation Division FID. The same FID where CMU carry court. I try to get injunction to block them from accessing certain documents on a CMU who wouldn't have nothing to hide. But never mind, alright. I mean, I want confusing you now. Watch me now. Which has cast a net over the Ministry of Education and several of its agencies, including the Caribbean Maritime University and the National Education Trust. Not trust, no education trust. You know, see? Doreen Miller, whose identity was revealed in a meeting of Parliament's Public Administration and Appropriations Committee last month. In an interview, and the Gleaner do it. In an exclusive interview, Zane said she was coldly used by Reid's family and that she has been on the brink of heart attack because of corruption claims about which she allegedly knows nothing. Sorry, peeps. You understand? I love to kind of come out more time when I don't want to come out, you know. You understand? Alright. Reports are that approximately $4 million was transferred by the CMU to an account which Miss Miller is a signatory as part payment of a $20 million consultancy contract to Gail Dunwell Campbell. And Gail is a nice lady over here. So I like Miss Gail Dunwell. You understand? She's a nice lady. So she would have done some fundraising for maritime overseas. Zane, she raised some whole heap of money. You understand? And her payment was $20 million for her consultancy. Or so it would seem. It would seem that her payment was $16 million, but say she get a $20 million check, or payment, because somebody if you eat a $4 million food. The $4 million was diverted to the bank account of Ruel Reid's helper, allegedly Miss Doreen Miller. You understand? That's how Miss Dunwell kind that she's like give $4 million. So me just ask still. Me no know. Me just ask. There are some kind people like, you know. Yeah, she's a nice lady. She probably kind. You understand? Ready or no, peeps? Dunwell Campbell, a Jamaican living in the state of Georgia in the United States, was reportedly given a 2-year contract by the CMU to explore and identify international funding and partnerships for the East Kingston-based university. She was simultaneously contracted as an international donor consultant with the National Education Trust. So she had worked for CMU, she had worked for the National Education Trust. You see where me I go? And was being paid $3.5 million a year for the National Education Trust, you know. Zane plus $20 million consultancy fee for fundraising, you know. You understand? Boy, Miss Dunwell no only look nice, but she must nice because enough money she make like. But moving on. This is Miss Doreen attack, you know. You understand? Can a worm opening up? My gosh. Listen to this now, peeps. Zane? I want my name cleared because I have never worked in any official capacity as a helper for Mr. Reid, or his family. I'm going to read that again. I want my name cleared because I have never worked in any official capacity as a helper for Mr. Reid or his family. How can I be that kind of consultant teacher? I don't know. You could have to become a politician or know some politician, because it's not who you know, is who know you. You look like. Alright. I only have done part-time work with them when I am off on leave from my usual job at Jamaica College, Miller said, who said she had worked at the school for more than 4 decades before being recruited by Reid in 2016. Miller, who is 65 years old, alleges that Reid asked her to open a bank account through which the Ministry of Education could route funds to pay a helper. I shall read it again. Miss Miller, 65-year-old Auntie Doreen Miller, alleges that Mr. Ruel Cornelius Adolphus Reid, it's not that a middle name, but it just sounds nice, asked her to open a bank account through which the Ministry of Education could route funds to pay a helper. Why would the Ministry of Education need she to open a bank account to route funds to pay one helper? Sure. At the time, Oliver Wallace said the best minister ever. Brother, by the people that cuss their ass up, but they were joke to get the fans still. They want to leave Ruel alone. Brother, go and go sleep. Watch me now. Listen to this. At the time, I was on contract, but agreed to open the account. I was under the impression that since I would have still been working at JC, the account would be active to pay someone else who would be working as the helper, since he concluded he wanted a helper. Miller told the newspaper. I understand that little thing there, you know. I understand that little loophole, something there, you know. If a thing I really got so, Ruel is not an easy fellow, you know. Listen what the lady said. Listen what she said. Zane, listen what she said, yes, sir. At the time, I was on contract at JC, but agreed to open the account. I was under the impression that since I would have still been working at JC, the account would be active to pay someone else who would be working as a helper, since he concluded he wanted a helper. At the time, well, I'll move on to say it out. I did it and said, when my contract is up, I would take up the post with him. My contract was to be up in 2 years in 2018. Reid, 52 years old, was principal of the Old Hope Road Base Boys Only High School from 2006 to 2016, when he was seconded to the Andrew Holness administration to take up the post as Minister of Education, Youth and Information, as well as a government senator. Then Reid retained the substantive school post while Wayne Robinson acted as headmaster and renewed the contract for his principalship up to 2021. Now, you dance and get nice now. Warm up with the juggling now. Watch out now. The account was eventually opened at a branch of CIBC First Caribbean International Bank in St. Andrew, Miller said. Adding that she was accompanied by a family member of Reid and was eventually directed to hand over the debit card for the freshly opened account to the same relative. She added that the same family member, a woman, instructed her to use a particular PIN for the debit card. I wonder if a 6666. Baby, they do. Watch out now. Miller, who said she was unable to take up Reid's offer as full-time helper because of ill health, when her contract at Jamaica College expired in 2018. revealed that she was co-opted into periodically authorizing transactions but had no knowledge of the details. I know I make a transaction if me don't know the details. You know what I mean? I know I got prison, say, you know. Yeah, me said time junk, but time's a fool. You see? And thing. What you know? What you know? What you know? Yeah. One day last year in 2018, I was at home and I received a call from another of Mr. Reid's family members telling me to meet her at the bank. While there, I was asked to authorize the withdrawal of $1 million, which I did. According to her, between 2016, when the account was opened, and up to the time she authorized the $1 million withdrawal, she never had access to the card, nor was she aware of details of deposits to, withdrawals from the account, or the source of the income. Miller also alleged that she was told to write a check in the name of another close family member of Reid to cover medical expenses for the person's father who was ill at the time. Last year again, I was asked to go to the bank to repin the card, as I am not sure what happened with the first one, if it got lost. So I repinned it again, and in the presence of this family member, again it was the same procedure, where I was given a specific number to be used as the pin. Then she took the card, said Miller. What were they know? The former office attendant said she did not receive any personal financial benefit from opening the account. The only non-wage funds received from Reid, Miller told the Sunday Gleaner, was $30,000 towards the burial of her brother and $20,000 to defray healthcare expenses, both in 2018. Miller said she was shocked by the pre-dawn operation at her home on March 7th this year, when a police team swooped down, banged on doors, and demanded that she hand over the debit card she alleged to have been in the possession of Reid's family. I was at home when I heard heavy knocking on my window and shouts of police. I had no idea why they would come to my house. When I let them in, they said to me, "Where is the card?" and that I should give them the money. I was stunned because I never knew what they were talking about. Me tired peeps, and I see, Zane, her story of being ignorant to the illicit scheme is not credible. That G, big up yourself, brother. Welcome. Zane, watch out now, peeps. She said I was stunned because I never knew what they were talking about. I showed them the only money I had, which is $9,000, for the church bus. Churchwoman, big up yourself, sister. You understand? But that did not stop them from searching, she said. After they satisfied themselves, I was told I needed to go with them to the police station. They asked me if I know anyone who worked at the Caribbean Maritime University, and I replied, I don't know anyone. Miller said she was then told the name of a particular woman and asked if she knew her. I do not know this person. I have never met this lady, she said in relation to one of the barrage of questions she faced during the 4:30 a.m. operation. Miller said the melodrama has taken a huge toll on her personal life, with her family bearing the battle scars of psychological strain and public embarrassment from the scandal. Last week I went to church and I fainted. And right now I can't even talk about it and not feel as though I am going to have an heart attack. Because each day I do, it makes my head just beat. I just keep losing weight over this thing. All of my clothes swing on me. It is affecting my brain, as I have been having constant headaches. I have to leave my yard for 2 weeks. I couldn't stay there, she said. No. When attempts to contact Mr. Reid in relation to the allegations made by Miller, he referred the newspaper to his attorney, Carolyn Chuck, and Hugh Wildman. Hugh Wildman is a big attorney, peeps. Wildman declined to address the specific claims made by Miller. I don't know you Wildman from the Cash Plus fiasco, saying only that it would be irresponsible of him to comment now. For an investigation to be going on and I comment on evidence, it is premature to do that. It is prejudicial, and any investigation being done, that would not be acting in the best interest of my client, he said. Zin, so you know, them things they are going and them something. So, them say believe kill and believe cure. What you think? 30 grand Reid give her towards funeral for her son, Jano. I say the same thing in a June or Gully. The same thing I said to myself and how much money, must say $20,000 for healthcare. You understand? But to each his own. To each his own. Me just sit back and I look so and I relax. I would like to talk to Miss Doreen Miller still. You understand? But I doubt I will ever get that opportunity. Because I have some questions that I would have liked to ask. So probably the Gleaner never asked. You understand? Probably the Gleaner did have constraints or limits as to what they could do. So I don't really know. What a mess. What a mess. Yo, I don't know. So from one drama to the next. Petro Jam. The boy, I don't know. It's a dopey. Ruel and House. Greed. You understand? So, the handcuff will be easy for her to slip there. You wanna deal with the old lady rush door. You know, I believe some aspects of her story. I could be wrong. But me I go out on a limb and say, me believe some aspects of Miss Miller's story. I don't know say all of it are true. You understand? But me feel like say some of it makes sense. Spell sense. You understand? See? Some man book smart, but they're not street smart, you know what I mean? And them good something there. Don't do that, you know. Don't do that. And thing. So you know, peeps. You know what go along a Petro Jam. You understand? The government paid $65 million to a UK firm for a Petro Jam strategic review. See picture here? Now cartoon consultant. Yo, the consultant thing, I need to get into it. Probably me need to be the consultant for the Ministry of Environment. You understand? Being a trained geographer and environmentalist. Yeah? Because the consultancy thing, yeah, like me they are a slave in a teaching. You understand? And some man just tell some man some things and I get billions of dollars really. You feel what I say? So I don't understand. Because I need to start consult with some people. You feel me? Energy Minister Flavor Williams says $65 million was paid to a UK-based strategic consulting firm, Gaffney, Klein and Associates, to carry out a comprehensive review of the state-owned oil refinery Petro Jam. The minister made a disclosure recently in the House of Representatives after the question about costs was raised by opposition spokesman on energy Philip Palwell. The work of the consulting firm was used to assist the Christopher Zaka-led Petro Jam Review Committee, PRC. I am wondering if the Petro Jam Review Committee was paid as well, which recommended that Petro Jam be turned over to the private sector on a long-term lease. The 65 million was a ballpark number, so it can be more. I threw that in a June or Gully. The terms of reference for the consultants included examining and analyzing the current plans for upgrade of the refinery. The government also asked the firm to assess the plans for the upgrade of the refinery in relation to possible alternatives and against realistic options in respect of the future strategic path for the petroleum sector. The consulting firm was also asked to assess the prudence and usefulness of the current governance structure at Petrojam and its corporate positioning. The terms of reference for the UK-based firm also included the forecasting of the impact of oil prices on declining demand for petroleum products. The firm was also asked to deconstruct the existing pricing approach and methodology used by Petrojam to sell its products. I'm tired. You understand? So Gaffney Klein and Associates was also called upon to evaluate the usefulness of Petrojam's pricing mechanism while giving an assessment of the impact of the mechanism on the market that it serves. The firm was also asked to submit an evaluation of all relevant factors encountered during the course of its review, which may be deemed to be critical to the proper functioning and growth of Petrojam. Interesting. You understand? So Minister Williams says the firm was asked to carry out a thorough assessment of Petrojam so that the cabinet would be fully briefed on the possible implications should it pursue a variety of options available to it. No Jamaican firm not qualify for no consultancy or Petrojam. I don't know, I just ask. Because $65 million they couldn't stay a yard, you know. But now we gone abroad. You understand? So Petrojam have money for just give people. Me don't take some. God no. You understand? Me not somebody pitney too. Me willing for work for mine, you know. Me willing for work for mine. You understand? Me not easy with that. But me don't know. I don't know. Probably need to send in one application on Petrojam. Because I don't have ministry. Hell no. Peeps. You have to take bad things, make joke, you know. You understand? This is Jamaica to rot. You know, I did a poll. If you don't see it, I tell you to look for it. It is in the channel community where I asked what are the series that you love the most on the channel. See, I'm saying I can't find it. So Jamaica to rotted, what a waste. Where are they now? And let's talk. You understand? I can't believe the people them don't love when I talk. Because the people them don't love let's talk. You understand me? I say, yo, I'm prune, you know. Let me see where they say, you know. Boom. So right now, how it thing set, Zane, it has said, I don't know if you can see it good. I say, oh, because me a green screen that I go mash it up. Where are they now? 50% in the lead. What a waste. 17%, Jamaica to rot 23%, and Let's Talk 10%. But I want to start love Let's Talk. You understand? Because man can't just come sit down and talk. I don't like it. So like a waste man, I waste them better than I want to. No? You see me I say? Zine, because sure. But big up on yourself. So I don't like where are they now. So you got to do more of them video there. You understand? Tamisha said she love Let's Talk. Keita Scott, my sister. Want go on, you reach. You understand me I say? Sharm Lolly said them love all of them. Yeah, I'm not go vote, man. Let me know want go on. So this is geared towards seeing what type of content I should focus more on creating. Because the reality is peace. And you realize, say, you know, me recently not do nothing much about no murder and them things. Because YouTube would have released another community guideline and monetization policy recently. In that something there, Zane, the least little thing you have, them demonetize the thing teach. Mela's story of the process she helped facilitate may not be a lie. But no responsible person would not accept that process as normal. Agree 100%, brother. Me agree with that. You understand me I say? Zane? So, if somebody gets murdered and you do the video, it demonetize. As a matter of fact, right now the stream demonetize. When I'm done, the stream I go demonetize. Not say demonetize, it is not advertiser friendly. That is the word we shouldn't use. Zane, so you realize recently I have been doing What a Waste, I have been doing Where Are They Now, I have been doing some other things. Zane, Posh Graves in Jamaica and them little things, I create some content where I can make some money off of. Because if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. Teach, look for Ruel Reid in an episode for Where Are They Now. The man then grant me an interview, brother. And I would have loved to interview him. I would have some question for the fellow, you see. You understand? And thing. Them something there. So, I don't know peeps. As me I say, right now, with the numbers plus the monetization, me have to wise up because the only time we really make some money during the stream now are via super chat. Zane, because the moment I talk about somebody kill somebody in a stream, I know we talk about a lot of that. You know, advertiser friendly. The moment something come up where I don't know. So you have to wise. So I am into creating more of that type of content now. I know I love Jamaica to write it too, but those videos take me about 5 hours, and based on the facts we talk about a few murders, I probably not make no money off it neither. But I go try like I could be a on holiday you know. And thing. Yeah, you forget cuss out Scotty man. Sure. You see? So you don't know a thing. But that's why I couldn't know that. Secondly, I would have also uploaded a video recently in relation to a situation down at Happy Grove High School where the principal would have made some young ladies apologize in front of devotion and posted the apology on social media. Many persons lauded her for it. Many persons loved the idea and thing. So much so, one of my viewers would have seen it and would have felt compelled to have asked to do something for the principal. So that person would have reached out and said, Teach, watch the video, love the move, would like to do something for the principal. That was on Wednesday, I think. Yeah, I think so. And I think I did the video on Wednesday. So by Thursday now, I was planning to go to Morant Bay to get some footage of the Goodyear factory. I would have done that video recently, but I uploaded one morning and it never take off. So if you don't watch the waterways video for Goodyear factory, go watch it now, man. I need the reviews. You see it? And thing. So the person would have reached out and said, Teach, I would like to do extra principal. And I say, yeah man, sure, I have no problem. So that was Wednesday evening. Thursday morning, I had some stuff to do and then we head out to Portland. Got to Happy Grove about 4 o'clock thereabout. And thing was supposed to go back to Morant Bay to do the videos and stuff. Met with Madam Principal, lovely lady, very, very shrewd. You understand? Very careful in how she approaches things. She would have expressed though that it's not a gift that she could have accepted, even though she appreciate the gesture and thing, and she would have to go through certain processes and procedures in order to accept that. It would have to be registered with the ministry. And I'm naive. The person who would have wanted to help, never really into that and thing. So, I mean, it was a good experience sitting down and speaking to her for a little. I did not go there even though I had my gear, I did not go there with the intention of interviewing her or anything. Should have spoken to the person who wanted to, get something to her and stuff. I think the person would have appreciated that and stuff and thing. Then no, I came back to Morant Bay to record the video of the Goodyear Oval. The Goodyear factory, not Oval, the Goodyear tire factory would have been closed down from 1997. You understand? May I get that now? From 1997. Open to everybody. Tom, Dick, Harry, Mary, Jane. Zine, walk through and stuff. When I got there, Zine, and as I told you, I have been dealing with a bit of a family emergency situation. I would have been given the call about the family situation about 2 or 3 minutes after setting up at Goodyear Tire Factory to record. When I started recording, a gentleman walked up towards me to tell me, Scotty said, brother, you always that. That's not true, Scotty. That I am on private property and I cannot record without permission from the factories corporations of Jamaica. I say, what you really saying to me, sir? I remember in a piece, I just get a call about a situation that was very, very challenging, But because I did the day already, and I couldn't do nothing about the situation at that point in time, I decided to just get the footage. The man walk up to me, tell me, say, me up on private property, Goodyear factory where they are roadside, no fence, people are walking for years, and I cannot record without permission. I'm saying, that I say, okay, first thing you need for this is call the police because me come here for record and me go record. You understand what I say? Auntie. So me proceed for the what me I do. You understand what I say? Well, next brother you know that was there, one older man, decide say, female work is at stake and we can't afford to make him boss them say. I say, brother, Uno go, man. Because right now, I'm did in a piece and I was calm and till the man go make me know say. Don't make him have to call the real big man because him go take away my gear. Take off my glass. Me say what you really have said to me family. Me I'll have them pan some footage there. But this time I gonna do that video there. Me didn't even get round to it. Because me did that for I when me trim. Me not trim sis. Me only did trim before graduation. You see me? You see? And peeps. Me did really and truly I forget dark, you know. You understand? The man tell me say man I will come take away my gear. So I say okay, because it was me now leave and I come for record and me now left until me done record, then call who you want call because I know where I go. You understand me I say? So I record what I want. You understand? For some strange reason there was some interference with the drone at the time based on somebody go over the oval. You understand and thing. And me say all of this we say now. You see how it's funny? You see how it's funny? The Goodyear factory has been rotting down for 22 years. 22 years, you know. And just because some man were in a jacket suit go out there recently with some shovel so them a break ground, it is now private property. So me ask this man say, so you was a caretaker. Them say them is a caretaker. Me say okay. So me say you know who for money a caretaker, who if you take care of this, my taxpayer money. So call the big man who come take my gear and call the police because me not leave till me done. So as you can see, the video would have been on the channel and I got all the footage that I want. And me I say you see in this country, we are quick. When you go one place, your black Jamaican brothers are quick to fight you. So if one white man did go there so with a camera crew in a piece, I promise you say them would then go buy them water for drinking. You know? But because me is a little black boy, you understand, me depend on private property. So me I say, okay, call the police and call the man who go take care, they go take away my camera gear. You understand me I say and take away my drone and everything. See? But me did that wait, because me did it until night come down. You understand? Because with the drone footage that I just got with skill with the drone look a bit, we get one good footage. Because night did that come. You understand? So, me don't know. And me I say, this is the mindset of Jamaicans. We are so socialized to hold on with own Jamaican black men. Yes, Scotty, me black, you deaf? And me say, if a white camera crew had gone there, then go buy water out of Morant Bay, can't come give them for drink. Because them white, so they must hot and thirsty. But because me is a black man, me depend on private property. Oh, okay. So who vex about the video? Vex, me not care. You understand? And me not stop to them video there. So anywhere the government have resources in this country wasting, me I go find it and me I go document it. You understand? Time for a change. Time for a change. So this series now go nowhere. Because we have a lot of things in this country going to waste. You understand? I'm now stop pointing them out. Worse like YouTube, I pressure my local channel. Me I find some content that me know say me good and can eat a food. You understand? See, I mean, understand say private property is private property. But you can't come tell me it's a Goodyear factory open to the world for 22 years. All of a sudden has miraculously become private property and boy you are in private. Oh, I say okay. Make we see it go. Well, if you don't watch the video, go watch it peeps, cause it did it. You understand? And that video did well teach. No, you know, do so well because I did upload it one morning like. Yeah, son, and nobody know what you got it gonna work. Because I come in tight, as I say, I get the call in relation to the family situation and then that kind of throw me out. And them something there. So, you know what I think. So peeps, me have some local things I want to talk to you before me leave to you, because a long time I not point out them things here, and a serious time now. You understand what me I say? And thing. You see, the merch store. You see, that's why I don't like people sometimes, you know. That's why I don't like people sometimes. Uno come and say teach, we want merch. Me say to uno say, me nah do no merch if uno know say uno not going to buy the merch. Me say to uno say, me nah do no merch, and if me know say, me not sure say uno going to buy the merch. Me come, we get merch store sort out, we link it in the description, we say go and go buy the merch. Yes, some people buy the merch. Me not say no, I mean nah tell no lie. You understand? But I have 114,000 subscribers on my channel. You understand what I say? I mean, no say yes, I don't read the merch a lot. I don't show the merch a lot. But it did it. Yeah, I don't need for sure. Yeah, say it did it. You understand? So me ask you again. See, you say you want merch, the merch there, you need to go buy the merch. It's what I'm telling you, man. You understand? You come say boom so. You want positive things that come out of Jamaica. You tired. Someone say you tired to see the murder and the deaths and this in Jamaica. We say, alright, boom so. We're going to build a second channel where that second channel only show the sexy side of Jamaica, the hips and the thighs. You understand? Name Jamaica. And we build the channel. You understand? I know I don't upload as regular as I should, but I'm going to work on that in the summer. You see, and up to this point is 4,700 and much people subscribe to the channel. That's why you see people more time. What if you do better, man? If you don't subscribe to the second channel yet, you need to go over there, go subscribe to the second channel, man. You understand what I say? I'm tired of you, man. You see me? Me is not a politician, and I don't promise things and don't do it. And if I say I'm going to do it, I do it. So I make the merch store. And uno promises, uno is a politician, and every day uno get up and cuss politician. You understand what I say? Because uno say uno want things, uno get things, and now uno not live up to phone side of the bargain, man. I don't like people sometimes, man. You understand? And now uno make me come here and I feel show my bad side. And I don't like this side. You see what I say? You have to stop behaving like a politician, man. So if you know so you don't go in a merch store, go buy something yet, you don't need to fix that. It's work me and work and I want to think. You understand? If you don't know so you don't go subscribe to the second channel yet, you don't need to do it, man. And make it one on the people do it to man. You know so you want to see good things about Jamaica. And then the man show you good things about Jamaica and you still not see it. You understand? You know for the better, man. That is so for the better. You see me? Peeps, fix up on yourself, man. Sure. And next thing to like come here talk about this too. You understand? If you want to contribute to your channel every month, see it there, Patreon, become a Patreon. So every month them take a look off your credit card and give me. Yeah, they know a thing for the people them when you look for your PayPal, it's there too. You understand? I don't know how to CMU App. It come like say me no forget no cash, because it's not rare. You understand me I say? And thing. So, you don't fix up on yourself, man. So, I don't cuss you now still. You understand? Cuss you again Wednesday. Because I'm going to stream Wednesday. I'm not sure yet. You see? And thing. Peace. Big up on yourself. Really and truly appreciate the continued love and the continued support and everything. Miss Edda Foreman, everything in the description down below. I just put the links them. So, for the stream, the description video is there. And thing and them something there. So you don't know anything go. Peace, big up on yourself. Really and truly appreciate the continued support. Really and truly appreciate the encouragement. As I said, last week was a rough week in terms of everything, really and truly. I still kind of dip on a little meds, but and thing. I know people probably curious as to what the situation is. You would have appreciated the fact that if it is something that I wanted to talk about, I would have spoken about it already. We just watch it and see. So, the news is a little bit better than it was on Thursday. Still not the best news, but we still give thanks and we still hope for the best. And as soon as something we can talk to you about, then I'll talk to you about it. You know what I think about, but there I go and fight it. So, really and truly appreciate the persons who reach out and say, Teach Friday, one to you, when I say everything good, then I upload as much as I used to upload during the week and them something there. You know what I think. Peace. Big up on yourself. Have a wonderful and productive week. You understand? I know say late for someone who can go work a morning and them something else. So I go, so no go on the bed and I want them something else. So all of the people them were there, manners and respect. You know what thing go. Have a wonderful weekend. And still Sunday evening. So if you must drink, have something nice to drink. But if you have to drink, don't drive. If you must drive, do not drink. Load the headphone them on a gar road. Stop, remove yourself and separate yourself from your environment. Load the Bluetooth headpiece them, man. Keep your phones in your pockets and in your bag. Use them only when you need them. Cut down on the jewelry too, man. That's one of the next thing. We're too flashy and flossy from time to time. Yes, we work and buy. But people out there will take you and take your life in the process. So you have to watch what you do. You know what I mean? Walk with only the cash that you need. If you must take public transportation, try to travel in a group. If you cannot travel in a group, know the do's and the don'ts. Take the license plate number. Send it, go get somebody. Describe the car, describe the driver. Tell people you're there. Tell people where you go. Always follow your instinct. If it feels wrong, it is wrong. Trust absolutely no one. For the people who live them lives and them status, telling people every single move they make, every move I make, everybody don't need to know that. Be careful when I do on safety. For the people that want to live them relationship and them status on social media, man up, woman up, stop the foolishness. Your private life is a private life. And if you stay that way there as best as possible, you know what I think go. Zane Peace, big up on yourself. I see Empress, Cookie Mama, DS Electronics Unlimited, Rashawn Phipps, Danny Blackhorse, Mike Johnson, Miss Arlene Walker, Kanaika Chisholm, Miss Joan Gray, Dak G, God Favored Me, Delroy Stewart, Kevon Smith, Julian Gillis, Miss Edda Foreman, Michael Wiggins, Peter Daly, Miss Sophia Kobe. Who else in the building? Keita Scott, big up yourself in a sis. Top Max, manners and respect, you know. Robbie Cousins, Zane DeAndre Small, DS Electronics Unlimited, Miss Ruth Daly. Ruth, big up yourself, you know. I know you always reach out and say, teacher, now stream today. Sometimes I just not get back around to reply to you, because the thing just set away sometimes, Empress. So I really and truly appreciate the continued link. I know anytime I stream for one person, I go reach out and say, teach. One female, that will be Ruth Daly. And for one male, it will be the Royal General. And say, teach what I go on. You're a good family. I really and truly appreciate them look at things there. You know what I mean? Miss Lisa Thompson, Miss Cameron Dryden, Brandon Lee, Johnny H, Lisa Thomas, Miss Pearlie Simpson, Charm Lolly, 945 Zane, I pronounce that right. Who else about? I want to yell at everybody. You know, Father Mike Johnson, I want to go on family. Zane. I don't see nobody else I never see before. Miss Caroline Vidal, manners and respect, you know. You understand? Peeps, big up on yourself. Juno Gully, manners, you know, Craig Creations. Simple Sin, them never know yet about Empress. Everything good. Miss Jennifer F, Daniel Scarlett. You understand me? I say, manners and respect, peeps. Have a wonderful week. I think I'll stream one day in the middle of the week. I am probably working on something where I probably do one topic per evening. I know Kevin do him thing at morning time, so I don't want cutting a Kevin thing. Miss Claudette Claire, which is a noble cup. I don't want cutting a Kevin thing. So I might do a little thing one evening where I cover the biggest story of the day. Probably call it cover story. Something I don't know yet. I know, so I work. So I could see it go. And them something there, I have to probably factor in the gym and that coming in for go back at gym. Because right now I'm a fat family. You know what I mean? You know what I think go. And them something there. So peeps, big up on yourself. We see it go. But one of them day in the week, and as I say, probably one topic per evening for probably about 15-20 minutes the most. Because we don't want OD the thing. Probably just call it cover story, the biggest news item for the day. Share our views and thing and see it go. But I know if you don't like the idea and them something there. So peeps, big up on yourself. Walk good, step with Jah. You understand? And before I left, I put back them things. Because as a teacher, you have to learn to reinforce, you know. You understand what I say? So I'm going to do that, you know. So this year, Zane and thing, boom, that is the Patreon link. I don't know why so much people afraid for Patreon, and Patreon is just a nice good thing, you know. Boom, that is the PayPal link. I'm not going to Cash App link, alright, you know, that now work. The merch store. You understand? Something in there for everybody. Boom, I'm going to go buy something. The second channel, Jamaica, we're going to spend some time and work on that nice summer. Yeah. You understand what I say? Fat no fit, me God favored me, you know. You know, look good for me like. You understand? Me no wear it well. Paulie PC63, big up yourself, you know. Richie gone. Me tell Richie earlier, and I'm going to link him Me I print good as have enough work, but me gonna link him, bro. That's your word. Just remind me look more again. You know what I mean? So that are the second channel. I'm gonna subscribe over there and behave for myself, man. If you not subscribe it. Yeah, so let me say and think. Peeps, walk good. Step with Jah. Zane, one of them day and a week. I'm not sure yet, but if anything, Friday, 7:30, make it a date and don't be late. Don't look for it. Get book for it. Walk good. Step with Jah. I'm out.
Teach them! Hey, yo, hello! Send the message and make it reach them. It's teach them. Right here. Warlord representing.
Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment below. Remember to like and share the video. Don't forget to subscribe for more awesome content. Follow me on social media and check out the suggested videos on screen. This is Teach saying, until next time, walk good, my friends.